Good day, I'm Brian McKaig and this is ABZToday. One chain of theaters in the States is planning on showing Mike Judge's 2006 film Idiocracy in at least 25 of its theaters nationwide on October 4th for one day before Election Day. The cult film Idiocracy, not nearly as funny as it should have been by the way, is routinely invoked by those watching presidential politics as a narrative of how they feel the whole election is going, I guess. And I can sort of understand that. If you don't know the movie, here's a very quick synopsis. Luke Wilson, an average guy, wakes up hundreds of years in the future to find that because the intelligent people, for very good, intelligent reasons, have stopped having children, the IQ of everyone in the US is now pretty low because those people didn't stop having children. They kept popping them out regardless. Art really does mimic reality. Anyway, and in a world that resembles a cross between pro wrestling and the Jerry Springer Show, Luke Wilson is hailed as the smartest person in the country. That's the movie. Not great, but good. Worth checking out on a slow night. You know, I really want to make a joke about this whole thing. I really want to make fun of it. But it seems to me like they're making a valid point. I appreciate the sarcasm of their statement. Throughout the film, they're just examining a single possible route humanity could potentially take. I bet others won't appreciate it though. Imagine waking up hundreds of years from now in the future, like Luke Wilson in Idiocracy, or Philip J. Fry in Futurama, Buck Rogers in the 25th century, or Charlton Heston in the Planet of the Apes. The direction of the future is really up to us, and that's kind of scary. And I think that's the point they're trying to make here. But I could be wrong.
What?
28-year-old British singer Adele is convinced her voice is weaker because she has quit smoking. Adele kicked the habit 5 years ago after a vocal cord hemorrhage in 2011 led her to having surgery. In a new interview with Canada's E-Talk, Adele says that she believes kicking the cigarettes actually adversely affected her vocal skills. She says the people with the best voices, they always smoke. She says, I've given up smoking and I'm convinced that it's made my voice weaker. Now, at the height of her addiction, Adele smoked up to 25 cigarettes a day. For those of you who don't smoke or never have, good for you. And that's a large pack a day. But she gave them up because she was afraid smoking would eventually kill her. She says, if I'd carried on smoking, I'd probably have died from a smoking-related illness, and I think that's really bad. She goes on to say, if I was dying from lung cancer, I would have potentially given it to myself, and that wouldn't be something I'd be proud of. She wouldn't be proud of giving herself lung cancer. Are you sure, Adele? Are you sure? Though she does say dying would be really bad. Good call, Adele. Finally, someone who gets it. The 2016 Ig Nobel Prizes have been awarded at the 26th First Annual Ig Nobel Prize ceremonies. The Ig Nobel Prizes are parodies of the Nobel Prizes given out each autumn for 10 unusual or trivial achievements in scientific research. Each winner receives the prize itself and $10 trillion. That is, a 10 trillion Zimbabwean dollar bill. The big winner this year, of course, all of them are big winners, but one of the big winners this year was Thomas Thwaites, who created special arm and leg extensions that allowed him to live among mountain goats in the Alps for 3 days. He wrote about his experiences in a novel, Goat Man, How I Took a Holiday from Being Human. Other 2016 Ig Nobel laureates, the late Ahmed Shafiq of Egypt won the Reproduction Prize for his work to understand the effects of wearing polyester, cotton, or wool trousers on the sex life of rats. The Peace Prize was awarded to a group of U.S. and Canadian scholars who conducted a study entitled On the Reception and Detection of Pseudo-Profound Bull. The Economics Prize went to Mark Avis, Sarah Forbes, and Sheila Ferguson for assessing the perceived personalities of rocks from a sales and marketing perspective. Swede Fredrik Schuberg took home the Literature Prize for his 3-volume autobiographical work about the pleasures of collecting flies that are dead and flies that are not yet dead. The Physics Prize went to an international team that studied why white-haired horses are the most horsefly-proof horses, and for discovering why dragonflies are fatally attracted to black tombstones. The Medicine Prize went to a team from Germany for discovering that if you have an itch on the left side of your body, you can relieve it by looking into a mirror and scratching the right side of your body, and vice versa. The Psychology Award went to an international team for asking 1,000 liars how often they lie, and for deciding whether to believe those answers or not. The Perception Prize went to a team from Japan for investigating whether things look different when you bend over and view them between your legs. First, I hope the next time I itch, I remember that thing about scratching in the mirror, because that's just weirdly cool. Oddly, the study on the reception and detection of pseudo-profound bull applies to all of these studies. I think each prize should list the grant money they got for doing it, plus the grant money they'll get for their next ridiculous project. The 10 trillion Zimbabwean dollar prize is supposed to be a joke. I get it. But when this video ends, and after you take the time to subscribe to the ABZToday YouTube channel, do a currency conversion on that bill. I seriously doubt it'll be honored, because that amount will drop your jaw to the floor. NASA has called a press conference for today to announce a breakthrough regarding the Jupiter moon, Europa. NASA sent out a rather cryptic message stating that there is surprising activity on Europa, which is the most well-known of Jupiter's 67 moons. NASA has been analyzing data from its Hubble Space Telescope, and they released a statement. Astronomers will present results from a unique Europa observing campaign that resulted in surprising evidence of activity that may be related to the presence of a subsurface ocean on Europa. I wonder what it's about. Most scientists agree that where there is water, it massively increases the chances of finding life as we know it. Wow. Imagine if this is the disclosure moment. You'd hate to see an otherwise inconsequential and uneventful year like this one get weird all of a sudden. I'd like to point out, though, that today is also a U.S. presidential debate. Coincidence or not, you decide. I think NASA is getting ready, actually, to reveal that both Donald and Hillary are from Jupiter. You have to admit, it would explain a lot. An employee of the Royal Canadian Mint allegedly smuggled about $180,000 in gold from the facility by hiding gold nuggets in his rectum. Rectum damn near killed him. Sorry, just thought I'd get that one out of the way. Prosecutors allege that on multiple occasions, 35-year-old Leston Lawrence took small, circular, cookie-sized chunks of gold, called a puck, to Ottawa gold buyers in the Westgate Shopping Centre on Carling Avenue. Typically, the pucks weighed about 7 ounces, and Lawrence was given a check in the $6,800 range, depending, of course, on fluctuating gold prices. He then deposited the checks at the Royal Bank in the same mall. One day, a teller became suspicious at the size and number of the checks being deposited, and Lawrence's request to wire money out of the country. Hello, why not just walk into the bank holding up and waving red flags? Idiot. Anyway, she then noticed on his account profile that he worked at the Mint and alerted officials. Lawrence, who has since been terminated, was an operator in the refinery section. Among his duties was to scoop gold from buckets so it could be tested for purity. Purity, my butt. Oh, I guess that's the whole story right there, isn't it? Well, where else do you expect to find gold except in the shaft? I guess you could say the gold was smelted. Now, I've heard of crapping nickels, but this is on a whole other level. It's like a disgusting version of the goose that laid the golden egg, isn't it? Plus, the folks buying the nuggets were starting to wonder about their smell. I'm personally, to be honest with you, doubting the validity of this story. But if it is true, after this prolonged sort of smuggling activity, he's all primed and ready for his new cellmate.
Happy birthday to you.
Celebrating their birthdays today. Tennis pro Serena Williams turns 35. Actor James Caviezel from The Passion of the Christ is 48. Melissa Sue Anderson from Little House on the Prairie turns 54. Terminator's Linda Hamilton is 60. Singer and actor Olivia Newton-John is 68. And singer with Roxy Music, Brian Ferry, 71. Happy birthday to all of you. And if today happens to be your birthday, happy birthday to you too.
Happy birthday!
And now it's time for Who Said It? Hint, today is their birthday. Who said it? I'm happy, and I think being happy keeps you looking young. Who said it? Was it A, Clint Eastwood, B, Bill Clinton, or C, Olivia Newton-John? Clint Eastwood, Bill Clinton, Olivia Newton-John. Write your answers in the comments section below, and good luck be with you. The answer to the September 22nd, Your Error and Failures birthday quote is Bill Murray. Thanks to everyone who played, and congrats if you guessed it right. And now the new ABZX-Treme Trivia Challenge. ABZX-Treme Trivia Challenge consists of 3 mystery factoids. See if you can answer all 3. These questions are also listed in the video description, so you can check them out at your leisure and submit your answers when you think you've got them right. 1. 51% of women surveyed wished guys would do this more often. What is it? 2. 77% of women surveyed said they think a man in this profession would be a better than average lover. What is it? And 3. Researchers have found that less than 1% of women marry a guy with this trait. What is it? Good luck. Here are the September 22nd ABZX-Treme Trivia Challenge answers. According to a popular pet care website, roughly half of all pet owners have a picture of their pet in their wallet. 2. According to a notable pet insurance company, this is one of the most common surgically removed items from dogs. This is socks. And number 3, only 1 in 5 pet owners has ever done this for their pet, this being brushed their teeth. Shame on you for thinking that other thing. If you're enjoying these YouNews broadcasts, be sure to comment, like, and +1, and hit that subscribe button for more. And catch us here next time. I'm Brian McKaig, this is ABZ Today, and that's what's making news.